Alright, we're doing the 2D motion practice problem number 3. I've already drawn the diagram here, the pumpkin's being shot, but we don't know if we're over level ground or not, so I just drew it down, but it could be further up. The point is that we want to find the delta y. We don't know the delta x. We do know everything about the initial. We definitely don't know anything about the final. We do know the acceleration. It's in free fall. I chose down and right as positive, which means that I'm sorry, up and right as positive, I actually chose. Which means that my acceleration in the y is negative, my vi is positive, and if my delta y is positive, that means it landed higher than it began. If it's negative, it landed lower than it began. So I know my delta t, I know my ay, and I know my viy, so I can actually do this without doing any algebra. Delta y is viy, delta t, plus 1/2 a delta t squared, where a is negative g. So I can just plug in the numbers here, and I get actually a pretty big drop. So we fired this over a fairly substantial cliff. It went down, close to a football field, straight down. But what we want now is to figure out what height the thing rose to. We don't get that information by looking at the whole time interval, because displacement is really just displacement. It doesn't tell us about any points in the middle. So I'm going to draw a new diagram, and same deal at the beginning, 30 meters per second. We know the theta. This thing goes up to some point here where its velocity is only in the x dimension, and we know that that equals the vix, which is vi cosine theta, because I can break up my vector. And the vfy we know is 0. I'm going to choose up and right as positive, so my delta x is unknown, but it would be positive. My delta y is unknown, and that's what I'm trying to find. My delta t, I don't know either. I do know my, sorry, I said up and right. I do know my acceleration is down, and it's only in the y dimension, and it's negative g. So I know the vfy, I know the viy, I know the ay, and I'm trying to find the delta y, so I'm going to pick a good equation for that. viy is vi sine theta, so vi squared sine squared theta would be that squared, plus 2a is negative g, so this is minus 2g delta y, and I can solve for delta y knowing that this v is 0. So I'll bring that over to the other side. I get 2g delta y equals vi squared sine squared theta. So delta y equals vi squared sine squared theta divided by 2 times g, and I get 33.75 meters. So it went up quite a ways, and then it ended up going down a pretty deep cliff.